Okay. I thought you were done.
Free STL file in the video description. Hello and welcome back. This is the Mini Town Bicycle Series video number 15. In this video, we'll make a C-tube reamer handle and then ream the C-tube. Let's get started. This is an adjustable reamer. Let's take a closer look. There's a shaft, 2 collars, and blades. This is a square tube that I tack welded onto the end. I'll explain that later. They appear to be stuck on here. I'll tighten this back down and see if I can push the blades loose. Oh, here we go. There we go. The blade sits in here, and as it moves up the shaft, the diameter increases. Here's a close-up of the writing. Looks like the company name. Maybe that's Portsmouth. I think that's a town in New Hampshire, USA. And then it says something about the angle. I think that says 28 right here. And then it's adjustable from 1 inch to 1.125. Okay, let's talk about this. So this was a sin from the past. I had tack welded a square tube onto the end of this tool in order to hold it with adjustable wrenches. I did that because I don't own a handle. I think also for some reason I needed an extension, but to be honest, I can't even remember why I wanted this extension on here because I feel like this was long enough to begin with. Anyway, let's get this off and make ourselves a real handle. Okay, hold on a minute. This is VoiceOver Steve here. I just want to clear up any confusion over this big gouge. That was already there from some other previous shenanigans. I can't remember what, but I'm sure it was just as boneheaded nonetheless. Okay, with that cleared up, let's get back to the video. A little story on these bars. I ordered, I think 8 feet of this round bar stock. Ordered it from a store online. I can't remember the name of the store. When I started marking up the bar to figure out where I wanted to place my cuts, I noticed some cuts had already been made in the bar. Because this stuff was so heavy and I didn't want to return it and deal with it, I just kept it. You can see there were actually 2 cuts. So there's one here and then one here. Here's a close-up of those cuts. This one appears to be roughly 5 millimeters deep. And then this one over here, it looks to be almost halfway through the rod. I think these will make good candidates for the handle. The only problem is this is not quite long enough. So what I'm gonna need to do is also use this, which has quite a bit cut out of it. Joe over at Cobra Frame Building has a really nice video on reaming C-tubes, and he also has his own handle that he had fabricated. I think his handle was inspired by engine cycles, I want to say. Mine will be slightly different from his. So I'm thinking I'll mill some slots down like this, and then a slot up here, so this fits between these 2 pieces nicely. I'll drill some holes so that a 1/4-20 comes up from the bottom, and then a 1/4-20 comes down from the top. So I just noticed that the diameter of these rods are different. This one is larger and this is a little smaller. I'll still go ahead and use these because they're remnants and would otherwise be useless. I've got my round bar set up in my mini mill. This is a seat stay fixture which I'm repurposing to hold the round bar. And the nice thing about this fixture is it has a V slot, and so what it's doing is it's holding this bar in the center. The other bar is of larger diameter, so I know that when I put the other bar in here, it will also be in the center. I'm using a 1/2-inch end mill, and this is a 1/2-inch square. Now I'll just go ahead and move this into position. I'm gonna just eyeball this and then zero out my DRO. We're going to do our final pass, and this will bring us down to 5 mil. All right, let's see how this fits. Oh, nice. This hole will get tapped for a 1/4-20 screw, and we'll add one more hole on this side, and that will be a through hole. At first, I wasn't quite sure how to fill this, but I decided to do a standard weld. I'll start from the sides and then work my way out to the middle of the cut. Here's the weld. I'm a little out of practice, but this will do the job. 27.3, 26.9. So this C-tube fits in here pretty easily. There's actually a little bit of play. I just want to get the burrs and the oxidized material inside the tube to be cleaned up. Maybe a little looser, a little smaller, just a tad. It's interesting because this, oh right, that makes sense. It stops right about there. And this guy stops about the same place. All right, I think we're ready to go. Back it out. I just want to take a look, see how things are doing. You can see here there was some paint inside the tube, so it's taking off that paint, and I think a tiny bit of chips. Okay, it's easing up a bit, which means I'm getting past the butting, internal butting on the end here. In fact, I think I am through it. Yep. Yep. Okay. Means it's time to pull it out. Ooh, that's pretty darn good. Okay guys, that is a wrap. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!